I am Bryan Reeves, Bryan with a Y. I live down there, and I just ran up here, mile and a half, about 1,000 feet up. Woo! I want to talk today about male checkout syndrome, MCS. So many women have been writing to me lately, and of course I've been guilty of this as a man in my life. Male checkout syndrome. That's that thing where our body may be present in the room, but we are gone. Emotionally, we have checked out, we are living upstairs, and our women cannot feel us. And I'm talking in a heterosexual context. This is really not about what genitalia you have, but it's about masculine and feminine energies and how they interact. And masculine energy is the expression of the intellect, of mind, of thought, whereas feminine energy is the expression of life itself and the vastness of life and the emotions of this moment, the body, the emotional body. And that overwhelms us masculine-oriented people, especially in this world, because we've been taught our whole lives to deny feminine expression, right? We grew up as boys and we were told what? Don't be a girl. Don't cry. Don't be a pussy. No pain, no gain, right? All of those things that just basically said disconnect from your body, live in your mind, and create from there. And what happens is, and girls got this message too, what happens is then we get into relationships with women who are predominantly feminine beings. We just dismiss them and discount them because we're doing it to ourselves. So we retreat into our heads, into our happy place, which ain't really that happy. It's pretty lonely up there. And our women feel that. One of my good friends was having some marriage problems, and his wife was saying how, I don't feel connected to you. And he said, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm sitting here in the room having a conversation with you. What is not connected here? Well, she wasn't feeling connected. And that may not make sense to the mind, but feminine essence is not rational. That is the land of masculine thinking. And we live in a world that worships masculine thinking. But that's why we also live in a world where so many people are on pharmaceutical drugs, and we're exploiting this beautiful planet and poisoning her oceans and her air and her water supply and her food because we have disconnected from the body. Male checkout syndrome. Our women are dying because they can't feel us, right? We're denying our own bodies, and in the meantime, they're getting what we see as crazy. They're crying out, they're angry, they're hurt, they're in pain. And the more they cry, because the less they can feel us, the more we run into our heads as a safeguard, and the more we abandon them in their emotional pain. And the cycle continues until the relationship is just done. They don't trust us anymore. They don't trust because they know we're going to abandon them. They know we're going to run out. We're going to check out even when we stay in the room, even when our bodies are physically present and our mouths are saying the right things, but they know we're in our heads and they don't trust us because they can't feel us. This is our edge, fellas. We got to learn how to drop out of our heads and come into our bodies, connect to our hearts, and feel our women. Feel beneath the level of their complaining, beneath their anger. All that anger that we're scared of and we want to check out from, underneath that is a woman who is crying out to be held, to be given the gift of your love. Beyond all the craziness, she's not crazy. She's in pain. How do we bridge the gap between the mind? How do we come back home to our hearts? How do we learn to embrace the feminine essence in us that then allows us to embrace the feminine essence in our partners? Well, it starts by just breathing deeply. If you can cultivate the capacity to stand in front of your partner, of your feminine partner, and just breathe with her, she doesn't even have to know you're doing it. But just breathe with her, soften your face, and just pour your love into her. Breathe into your heart. Envision her being filled with your love through your breath. Not trying to solve her, fix her, shrink her, quiet her, calm her down, make her make any kind of sense. Not trying to do anything to her other than fill her with your love. She will feel that. And everything can change for you by just dropping into your body, showing up embodied, and not running away because you can't solve the so-called problem this woman is presenting herself as, like a burden. She's not a burden. She's not a problem to be solved. She is a mystery to be loved. So I hope that's helpful. Please share it. I write about this on my blog, Bryan Reeves, Bryan with a Y, Reeves.com. I'm doing more retreats and workshops because this is so important. It's so important that us men and really masculine people and on this planet, we learn to start showing up connected to our hearts. That we don't just stay in the room physically, but we stay embodied and we breathe and we give our love as service to life in this moment. Okay, that's all I got to say. I love you. If I can be of service, let me know. I'm Bryan Reeves with a Y. Peace.